Hey guys, I'm sorry because I know a lot of the people in my viewers are incels that are in really bad situations, and what I'm saying openly as a guy who's kind of a Chad light can be kind of discouraging. But I just want to tell you guys that a lot of life is about luck, and recently I got lucky. But on top of that, none of this would have been possible if I did not Looks Max. None of this stuff would be possible if I didn't Looks Max. So my previous videos of me getting with a bisexual girl who's hooking me up with other girls, and I'm hooking her up with other girls, and they're coming to my apartment. That's that a big part of that is luck, and but that luck wouldn't be there if I didn't Looks Max. So I really do think that element is in your control. My number one recommendation, the thing that helped me, was getting my body in shape. Your face does matter. Your face is very important, but it's harder to change. So really focus on your physique and really get it to an attractive state. Be muscular, be low body fat, and here's the thing. I really do think that after you make a connection with a girl, and so girls view you in a way that's like they, in terms of value. Now, yes, you have to pass a certain looks threshold, and I say, guys, work on getting to the point where you pass the majority of looks thresholds. So once you pass that, then a lot of other factors matter. For instance, your life situation, your finances, what you have to offer, etc. All those things start to matter then after that point. And I do think that after you get with a girl, she stops being as caring about your looks after a certain point. But in the beginning, your looks are very important. But after you form a connection, and there's an emotional connection, it's different. There's some sort of her view of you kind of gets altered, I guess you could say. If you're not very good looking, but you form a great connection with a girl, and you have great experiences together, over time you tend to kind of change in the viewpoint of the girl. The girl that I got with, who's a dancer, is in her she's like in her really early 20s. Let's put it that way. I'm older. I'm like 10 years older, man. So it was interesting, but she acts really mature. She's very smart. So I'm coming from a guy this is coming from a guy who's experienced both sides of the coin, man. I tell you, I've been in situations where I didn't have sex when I was in college for years, man. Like, I'm not kidding, dude. I was in a very depressed state, and I've been through a lot of negative stuff, and I am experiencing better things now, but a lot of it's because of the work I put myself into. And also, guys, your logistics matter a lot. I'm in a big city that is complicated, crazy, has a lot of opportunities. If you're in somewhere like Milwaukee or something, you're not going to be having generally as much fun as someone who's living in like a big, exciting city. You want to be in an area where women are. So I hope you guys don't take it negatively, personally. I want my videos to be valuable to you guys. The thing that I was saying, the previous video could have rubbed people the wrong way because it makes them feel like they're missing out or something, or, jealous or something. I don't know, envious. But I was just speaking my mind in that video. And I'm pretty happy about, and I do feel kind of lucky for certain scenarios that happen to me, and I appreciate them. I know they're not going to last forever, but I take a humble appreciation for certain things that have been happening for me, and I think that I'm trying to make the videos. I do them, number one, to share my thoughts, but number two, also to help people and tell them what things I'm doing to improve, and perhaps you guys can do those things as well and improve. I say this, for any of you guys who are having trouble dating, Just follow these advices. Number one, your looks are a representation of your genetic quality and your genetic condition. So really improve those things. Really improve those things. And the best way to do that is by working on your fitness and your health, as in like your diet, your sleep, your supplements you take, how you work out, etc. Work on that until you're at a point where your genetic potential is kind of reached. You really want to reach your genetic potential and stay at your genetic potential. You're not going to be experiencing the things you could experience with women, the potential you could experience with women, if you're not at your genetic potential. I'm just being very clear about that. So really work on that. And then after that point, you work on just dress style. Just, dress simple, but have a bit of style. Get some jewelry if you need to, some etc. Get a good, I know it's kind of a cliche and it's a joke in the black belt community, but definitely make your hair decent. If you're balding, go bald. Do not walk around with a, balding, receding hairline type of situation. Slightly receding is okay, but it has to look attractive. Then you go into the right logistic scenario. So be in an area where you meet women. You have to be able to meet women. And meet many. Meet them in a way that is very, very... do it with a bit of respect, I would say. Yes, Chad can walk up to a girl, smack her ass, and tell her that she wants to sleep with her. He wants to sleep with her right now and take her to a hotel. But most guys can't do that. So generally, you want to be respectful. Now, here's what I learned. My girl, the bisexual girl that I talk about, talks to me about creepy guys a lot, right? And creepy guys, she tells me about some guy that was hitting on her in the Whole Foods market, and he was a creepy Indian guy. I was like, oh, wow, she's just racist against Indian. I was thinking like in a black pill perspective. Then she told me about this Indian guy who was hitting on her at a Dunkin' Donuts. He worked there. I was like, oh, was he creepy? And she was like, no, he was actually really nice. But she said she wasn't into him. So the guy in the Whole Foods was creepy because she said that he was hitting on her, then he was following her around, and he was asking her, he was saying sexual things like out of nowhere. Like he was saying like, he was asking if she was bi, whatever. I don't know. And then the guy at Dunkin' Donuts was a lot more like pleasant. He was not being inappropriate towards her, and she chose him a little bit more. Now, of course, your looks do dictate a great deal of whether a woman thinks you're a creep or not, but your behavior does too. It's not all just how you look. It really isn't. So I say, so work on those things. Approach women with respect and be simple. You don't have to be complicated. If a girl likes you, it will work. You have to be very easy with it. If a girl likes you, it will work. If she doesn't like you, it won't work. You don't have to do all these crazy text game and all that bullcrap that people are talking about. Basically, just be simple. Be like, listen, I liked the way you were when we met. I'd love to get a coffee. Be elegant. Be eloquent. Be classy for the most part, but don't be complicated with women. Don't send them complicated text messages. I saw my bisexual friend, whatever, showed me text messages by other guys that she gets, and they're like literally like essays. They're talking about like complicated shit, and she's not into it. She says it's really weird. So just be simple. If a girl likes you, that's that. You will meet her again most likely, and that's about it. Focus on your genetics, though, man. Focus on getting the proper genetic expression. Don't be too obsessed with your face. Sometimes, yes, you could have. If you have like significant issues, definitely try to get those fixed. But some people are like decent looking. They're trying to get fixed like a slight a slight thing on their face, and they end up looking worse after plastic surgery. So if you have only slight issues, don't worry too much about it. Worry more about your genetic condition and your, think about the character in Teen Wolf, his face. Very asymmetrical, but he's in a very good genetic condition, so he ends up looking attractive to women. But his face is very asymmetrical. Look at his jawline. It leans all the way to the left. But he's very in very good condition. His skin is very nice. He has good hair. He looks pretty healthy, low body fat, and girls are attracted to him. And he has general style, so he's attractive to a lot of girls. But so that's what I'm saying. And I also went to a plastic surgeon. I had a consultation with him. I wanted to learn what I could do to also looks max. He told me not to do anything. He said pretty much, your issues are very slight. He told me that people have this notion that symmetry is very attractive. The more symmetrical you are, the more attractive. And he said, but that's not true. Everyone has asymmetry, and actually, he said that when a face that is perfectly symmetrical appears, it doesn't actually create attraction. It's very jarring to the eye because it's so abnormal. So he said that the very symmetrical faces are actually not attractive. He said slight asymmetry is more attractive. And he was a guy who knows the subject. He's very smart. He told me that he's very involved with. He knows a lot about looks maxing and black pill stuff, and he's a freaking plastic surgeon, man. Plastic surgeons are some of the top type of doctors. They have the most. They're highly educated. A lot of them. They're very, very intelligent, and they're very competent people. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents. I'm here to help, guys. I'm not here to say anything that'll make you feel bad. If you have questions, I will answer them. If you have things you want me to give advice from a guy who was a former guy who could not get girls to a guy who is now a lot more successful, you ask them to me. I will answer them. All right, guys. Thank you. Goodbye.